In this video, we're going to look at how to find the slope from a graph when no points are given, because I know some of you struggled with that. Now, it's difficult to see on graphs, especially if you're looking on your Chromebook. So I suggest maybe you blow up your graph because you do have that ability, and I'm going to blow mine up now so I can show you the points. And what you're going to do is you're going to follow your line that's drawn, and you're going to look for spots where it intersects grid lines. So you're going to look for spots where it overlaps or meets two grid points. So then you can read the points. You can see this one's at 5, 5, or it's pretty close to it. So let's put a dot there at 5, 5. And let's follow the line down and see if we can see a point where that line overlaps up right there at 0, 1. That's another spot. So we'll put a dot there. And let's continue to follow it down. Let's see if we can find a third one, a third spot where it intersects. Oh, this one looks about right here at -5, -3. Let's put a dot there. -5, -3. All right, now let's bring this back to the original size. All right, I know slope is going to be rise over run. So I'm looking for my rise over my run. And I'm going to do it between all of these points so I can double check and make sure the slope is correct. So I'm going to start at this bottom point, and I'm going to look for the slope from here to there, and then I'll do the slope from this point to that point. So I'm going to rise up 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this slope is positive, and I know it's positive because the direction I went in was up. Up was positive. And then I went to the right, and when I go to the right, that's positive. Now, if I had gone to the left, that would have been negative, and if I had gone down, it would have been negative. But I didn't. I went up and to the right. So now from this point to this point, let's find the slope. So I'm going to rise up 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, rise 4, run 5, and it's positive. All right, in this example, I can already tell that I'm going to have a negative slope, and it's because the line is falling from left to right. So my line is falling from left to right, so my slope is going to be negative. All right, let's find some points that are on this graph. So I'm going to follow from this direction because I had already spotted this point right here at 8, -3. And I'm going to put a dot at 8, -3. And then I'm going to follow that line along again until I can find another spot where it intersects, which is right here at 4, -2. So let's put a dot at 4, -2. And now let's continue on and see if we can find another intersection. Yes, I have one at 0, -1. So at 0, -1. And just for the heck of it, let's go one more. Let's see if we can find one more spot where it intersects. I've got one right there at -4, 0. All right, so now I know that my slope is going to be my rise over my run, and I know it's going to be negative just by looking at the graph itself. But let's count up and find my slope. So starting with this bottom point, I'm going to rise up 1, and I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So I rise 1, and I run 4. And it's a -4 because I'm going to the right. So my rise is 1, and my run is 4, and the whole thing is a negative slope. Now let's see if that continues, if that slope pattern continues. So I'm going to start here and go to that one. So I rise 1 and I run 1, 2, 3, 4. So the slope is the same. I rise 1 and I run 1, 2, 3, 4. So now you see the pattern. So let's just try it from this point if I can find the next point. So I'm going to rise 1 and I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can continue on this way and build a line just by using the slope. All right, last example. I can already tell that this is going to be a negative slope because my line is falling from left to right. So we're going to now look for my rise over my run, and I need to find some points on this graph. So I will start from the bottom. I chose to work from the bottom. First one I think I run into is at the point 5, -8. So let's put a dot at 5, -8. And then let's follow the line up for the next point. And that's not quite 1, but this one looks like one right here at 2, -1. And let's follow that up a little bit more. Again, that kind of looks like one, but it's not. This one looks like a better one right there at -1, +6. All right, now let's count my rise over my run. Starting at the bottom point, I rise up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I rise 7 and I run 1, 2, 3. And it's a -3, so I have -7 over 3. And let's continue to see if that holds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and run 1, 2, 3. So my slope is -7 over 3.